All right, so here's the deal. Everyone knows the iPad mini is small, but what does that actually mean when it comes to everyday use? I've been using the new iPad mini 7 since it launched, so probably a couple days now. And I'm here to break it down for you. No specs, no crazy talk, no tech jargon, but genuinely, how does this fit into my everyday life? And what am I actually using it for? So I've had iPads for years now. I even have my iPad Pro sitting right over here. So I've been an avid iPad user for about 5 years now. And the iPad mini 7 is one of those devices that you don't really start appreciating until you start actually using it on an everyday basis. It's like this sneaky little iPad that fits anywhere, is super portable and palmable clearly, and you could just do basically whatever you want with this thing. Now, it is not a powerhouse. I still have my iPad Pro for doing many of my actual iPad powerhouse tasks, which are really not that many things. But the mini just shines with its lightweight factor that just makes it honestly really fun to use. Now for this video, I do want to structure this out into the actual use cases on what I use my iPad for and how the mini performs in each of these factors. Now, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive into the very first use case. Now, with all the iPad use cases that exist, whether it be creating professional art or bettering yourself or note-taking, the one that we use iPads the most for is video watching. And honestly, the mini is pretty fantastic for that. The mini is compact, but the display, while it's not OLED or 120 Hz or ProMotion, still gives you great colors and honestly great usability when you're just watching some content on here. I've enjoyed picking this up way more than watching stuff on my phone and way more than watching stuff on my laptop sometimes whenever I just want to lounge around and just honestly chill for a little bit. I can have it up while working without taking too much desk space, have it on my counter while cooking, or just simply lounge around with it and not really feel the weight or have it bother me at all. Plus, I had the iPad mini 6. I don't remember if that one sounded as good as this, but the speakers on iPads I feel like are just amazing speakers to just have on, and I never feel the need to have any headphones or use anything else that's not just the onboard speakers on this guy. So yeah, when you consider its usability, how slim it is, how portable, and how easy it is to use on the go, it makes sense why this is such a good device for just hanging out and watching some content. And speaking of being on the go, let's go ahead and talk about today's sponsor, Saily. Now, Saily is a new eSIM service by Nord Security, and if you've ever traveled, you know how frustrating it could be to find a good, reliable connection. But with Saily, you get access to eSIM plans in over 160 countries and 8 regions. Here's how it works. You download the Saily app, choose a plan that fits your travel needs, and you're all set. No need to buy local SIM cards, deal with hidden fees, or wait in long lines at the airport. And the best part, you only need to install the eSIM once. So even if you're visiting multiple countries, you'll stay connected without needing to swap your eSIMs. With affordable plans and unlimited data options, Saily makes it easy to avoid those dreaded roaming fees. Plus, Saily has you covered when you're looking at regional or global plans. So whether you're on a business trip or exploring new places, you'll never be without a connection. Another cool feature, Saily lets you know when you use up 80% of your data and lets you top up your plan with just a few clicks. So no surprises when you're in the middle of streaming or uploading content on the go. Right now, you can get an exclusive 15% discount by using my code Jesse at checkout. Just download the Saily app by visiting saily.com/Jesse on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, apply my code at checkout, and you're ready to explore the world while staying connected. Scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description or pinned comment to get started. All right, so this next use case is one where I think the iPad mini really does shine, and that is reading. Now, whether it be reading ebooks, articles, news websites, whatever it might be, the iPad mini really is the perfect size and overall format to do some pretty good reading on the go. Now, I've tried getting into reading for many years, and I've always failed because I don't like reading on my bigger iPad or my laptop or even my phone. And while a Kindle is a great choice, it is a single-purpose device which just pains me with my minimalistic tendencies. Now, the iPad mini really did surprise me in this use case. While there are definitely distractions you can end up on by just swiping up and going to a different app, and you are looking at a screen at the end of the day, it genuinely is a pretty good experience. You can use the Kindle app, the Apple Books app, the Libby app, whatever ebook reader you might use. It works on the iPad because it is all just on the App Store. I'm a huge fan on this, and even on my previous iPad mini 6, I use my iPad mini more for reading than any other device that I own. So will this rekindle my love for reading? Probably not. Will it incentivize me or at least make me want to read a little bit more? Probably. Now, this next use case is one I hold near and dear to my heart, and that is note-taking or productivity use. I started using an iPad way back with the iPad Pro 10.5 for note-taking, and I've never looked back when it came to studying or doing any work done that requires just jotting down some notes. Research continues to show that actually writing stuff down makes you memorize and learn stuff a lot better than just reading stuff on a screen or typing up notes yourself. It really is a game changer for studying, and one thing that I just didn't like that much about using my bigger iPads is that it's a bigger iPad. Sure, you get more screen real estate and more paper, quote unquote, real estate, but the iPad mini really feels like that tiny journal you could just carry around, use the Apple Pencil, and actually just jot down some stuff on. I've used apps like GoodNotes, Notability, the Notes app, a bunch of stuff, and I have found jotting stuff down on here so much fun. And even if not note-taking, doing some sketches of some ideas that you want to come up with, or sketches of anything really, is just really, really cool to use on something like this. Now, the Apple Pencil Pro is a little bit overrated in my opinion, but it is an Apple Pencil nonetheless, and this is probably the best experience you can get with actually jotting stuff down or sketching out ideas or doing anything productive with this pencil. I'm a huge advocate for writing stuff down, and I also just don't like having notebooks, so this is the perfect middle ground for me to be able to take out this pencil, jot stuff down, sketch out some ideas, and just feel like I'm being a bit creative while using this iPad. Now, the final use case I want to talk about is gaming. And I'm not a big mobile or iPad gamer like I used to be, but those simple mobile apps from like Supercell, like your Clash of Clans, your Clash Royales, Brawl Stars, those types of games are honestly fun to just pick up and mess around with for a little bit, and they work really, really great on an iPad mini. I've tried playing those types of games on my iPad Pro before, and yeah, the 120 Hz screen looks great and it's powerful and all that, but holding up that iPad Pro for so long genuinely gets me a bit tired, and especially laying in bed or lounging around and holding it up is even worse. This iPad mini is a better aspect ratio for games, bigger than your phone, and just feels pretty fun to use. I've tried out COD Mobile on here, I've tried out Brawl Stars and other Supercell style of games, and if I ever have some downtime and don't want to do anything productive or watch some random videos, gaming on here is a really viable alternative. I am curious if there are going to be accessories that come out in the future where you can connect to this USB-C port, extend it out, and kind of play this like a PlayStation Portal-esque device. That'd be pretty cool. Don't know if I'd actually use it, but that is something that I think could be a very viable use case for this guy. Now, is the iPad mini worth it? Honestly, I say if you're looking for a smaller form factor device, you don't want to use your phone all the time, it really is a fantastic piece of kit to just have in your bag and throw around and do whatever you got to do with. The use cases I covered in this video are not the only use cases for an iPad. It's ones that I do most of the time with my iPads, and it really sets a good gauge of whether or not this is a good fit in my life. Price-wise, the iPad mini 7 comes at the same price as the iPad mini 6, and if you've ever been in the market for an iPad mini, this is probably your best shot at trying one out. Apple loves to refresh this iPad mini in year spans of in-between refreshes, and since we got a new refresh this year, I'm probably not going to expect anything major for at least a couple years. So if you ever wanted to try an iPad mini, I think this is the perfect time to try it. This is not trying to be the most powerful iPad. It's not trying to be the best iPad. It's just an iPad that is portable, easy to use, and pretty slim in form factor. And honestly, that's where this iPad shines for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving the video a like and consider subscribing. There'll be more videos coming out on iPads in general, including an updated review on the iPad Pro OLED, so stay tuned for those. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.